Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and I have a little unboxing here for us. This is the Tarot Art Nouveau and the artwork is by Antonella Castelli. It's a Lo Scarabeo deck. The reason I bought this, I really like Art Nouveau style, is the artist actually, because you've probably seen this on all my astrology decks. If you've watched all my astrology decks video, I'll link it below. But that's the artist that did this deck. And I absolutely adore this art style. So if it's anything like this one, I'll be very, very happy. Look at the bling on that. I'm not sure it's going to have bling on this. I think it looks a little bit more subdued. But yes, this is the astrology deck. There's not many cards in this, and it's nice because it's actually got a very Art Nouveau style on it. So they have the planets and they have the sun signs. They're the astrological signs. That's mine. So it's quite a simple little deck. It's just a beautiful, beautiful art style, as I say, and it's one that I really, really like. So yeah, planets: Uranus, Neptune, Jupiter, Pluto, Luna, as in the moon, Sol. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Aquarius, back to the star signs, and Mercury. Okay, so I actually bought this particular one on a buy sell trade Facebook group, which is why there's some little extra bits and pieces in, because yeah, they were included when I bought the deck and they are so pretty. Anyway, and some crystals, so rose quartz, clear quartz, aventurine, lovely. So let's have a little look at the tarot deck and see how it aligns, shall we? So yeah, Lo Scarabeo, as I said, so we know what to expect. Several languages and a tiny guidebook. And Lo Scarabeo cardstock. Okay. So just a normal top box. I don't know when this one actually came out, how old it is. Okay, so we've got a little card here that says Tarot is published in the same series, which is interesting. We've got Golden Dawn, Crystals Tarot, Tarot of the Gnomes, Tarot of the Renaissance, Solar Busker, Ancients Tarot, Piedmont, Marseille, Lombardy, Bologna, Italian. Hey. Esoteric ancient tarots, ancient Italian tarots, ancient Minciati Etruria, Egyptian tongue-tied, Egyptian tarots, universal tarots, wait, Tarot of Marseille, the Visconti tarots, secret tarots, fairy tarots, Art Nouveau tarots, and I Ching of love. Okay, it's interesting. Oh, that's in a different language. So these are the backs. Oh, very nice. Yeah. Very subtle. And our title card. Antonella Castelli. Definitely the same art style, but these are very glossy and smooth. Those are the backs, by the way. Whereas these, they're glossy, but they're not as, I don't know, there's a different sort of texture really. So we're starting off with the cups. This is beautiful. This is absolutely, yes, I'm going to enjoy this one. Okay, let's put that away. So let's have a look at the book. It talks a little bit about what Art Nouveau is and the history of it. There's what looks like a spread there, but it doesn't say what it's for. Introduction to the cartomancy method. Okay, the road to the solution, and then we're on to the cards. So this must be that spread there. We start off with a major. There's not an awful lot of information on each card, so just a sentence really. Holidays and even madness. Beautiful. Okay, so for this card, the Ace of Cups, it says, it tells you a little bit about what the suit is about. And then it says, the maid in the moonlight is the symbol of romanticism, of sentimental satisfaction, happiness and positive change. A little bit different to a Rider-Waite-Smith type message, but yeah. It's a very romantic art style, the Art Nouveau. So let's have a little look at the cards. Okay. So we've got symbols as well, sort of like a Marseille type symbol there, as if it was a Marseille card. Yes, that's interesting. Three of Cups, but here we have two maidens, because normally we see three maidens with their cups. Four. This one's smoking a cigarette. Okay, that's a different take. I like this motif at the bottom here. It's quite Egyptian in feel, I think, anyway. Five of Cups. Yes, we've got the broken cups, so we're going along the same way Rider-Waite-Smith would. These are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous cards. And we have a 6, a nostalgia card. I wonder why we have autumn leaves. And then we have winter with the berries and the holly there. Seven of Cups. I'm looking in a mirror. And the 8. Nine. I don't think any of this is taken from original art. I think this is Antonella's reimagining of the deck in a Art Nouveau style. That's what it appears to be anyway. Okay, so we have knaves as opposed to pages. The knight. Queen. And the king. And this time the king has a female figure with him. That's unusual. Okay, so now we're on the pentacles. And the ace. Two. Yeah, they are quite different to a Rider-Waite-Smith. The Four of Pentacles, that's not giving me Four of Pentacles. A lot of these aren't giving me the traditional meanings I'm used to with the Rider-Waite-Smith, so I think this is going to be a deck on its own, really. And maybe not read in a Rider-Waite-Smith tradition. Although the fives are giving me a 5 vibe, so maybe it's more on a numerical type of divination system, you know, where you, like the Marseille, where you use the element of the suit along with the number for the meaning, and just forget the Rider-Waite-Smith system altogether. I think that might be the way to go with this deck, especially as it's got sort of this motif on the side of the cards as well. I think if you were beginning with tarot and you've got your Rider-Waite-Smith course book or 101, this would probably just confuse you. But they're gorgeous cards. Is it this Ten of Pentacles? That really doesn't scream Rider-Waite-Smith Ten of Pentacles to me. I see a tree, but that's about it. Okay, so our Knave of Pentacles. That's interesting that the coin has got a female figure on it. The Knight. Queen. And the King. Wow. Okay, so it's a very sensual deck. Let's get that out of the way. It's quite sensual. Those kings seem to be having an awfully good time. So now to the wands. The Ace. Catching butterflies for the 8. And the 9. And the 10. Onto our Knave. The Knight. The Queen. No sunflowers. No black cat either. And the King. Yes, another king having a rather adoring female figure at the feet. Okay, so final suit is the swords. And ace. That's strange, isn't it? That ace, that's like a storm going on there. It's this poor figure here flying through the air. We've got sort of a Roman type building there. So this must be some sort of a goddess, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to the book. This is very strange. Gosh. Okay, so it is completely different to a Rider-Waite-Smith. So the swords represent fight and both physical and spiritual sufferance. And it says for the ace, the shadow of sufferance flutters over triumph achieved through growing. This card represents the maximum to be achieved in any sphere, conquest and victory, but always remembering the tribulations that were necessary for success. Yeah, it's completely different. Forget your Rider-Waite-Smith. This is not Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's not. Okay. So 2. This is going to be really interesting. 3. So no heart being pierced here. Maybe there is a bit of betrayal there, possibly. 4 of Swords. Yes, there's a lot of sufferance going on in this suit. 5. 6. 7. And 8. 9. Are we having a nightmare there, maybe? It's definitely night time. 10. Page, or knave in this case. Knight. Good fast energy is normal. Queen of Swords. Okay, so that sword isn't being held very, you know, normally we get the sword held straight up for truth. It's in a strange position here. Okay, and the king. Oh dear. I'm not sure how I feel about these kings, I'm going to be honest. Maybe the kings are gods, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's different. Okay, let's go through the majors then. And we have our motley fool. Very much a jester energy there. And this time we've got a snake biting his ankle. A magician. High priestess. Interesting dress here with these what looks like arrows or leaves or something. But it's still got the Torah. And the moon, the triple moon. The Empress. Emperor. Hierophant. Like beetles. The Lovers. The Chariot. So we only have one horse on the chariot, and he's what appears to be a Roman chariot, possibly. Okay, Justice. So we've got Justice at 8. So therefore we'll have Strength at 11. A Hermit. Where's the lamp? The wheel, for the Wheel of Fortune. That must be Fortuna. And we have just 2 figures and not the 4 in the corners. And we have a Strength card. That's not nice. That must be some sort of a myth. Is this a man? Part man, part beast? Yes. Okay, that's part man, part beast. And is it the same? Is it the same man? I'm not sure, but if it is, then that's possibly our own inner beating down. Our shadow self, maybe. Hanged Man. Death. Wow. Behind the mask, eh? Temperance. We have the Cup. The Devil. Okay, I'm getting Batman the Joker vibes there. The Tower. Stars. Not the star, but stars. Moon. Oh, it's beautiful. The Sun. Oh, this is so we've got a guy holding, or a presenting male figure holding a baby, and a presenting female figure underneath. Strange imagery chosen, but beautiful nonetheless. Judgment. So we've got sort of different faces here, or phases, maybe. We have wings there. And finally, the World. So those are the cards. What do you think? It's a very beautifully stylized deck. Okay, so those were the cards. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous cards. They are not, I would say they're not beginner friendly cards. They're not speaking to me like a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I think they're something cool on their own, actually. As I said, I bought it for the artwork because I love this astrological oracles. I love that. I love that style. Look at that. Look at that blink. Art Nouveau is one of my favourite art styles of all time, and so this is a beautiful, beautiful deck, or artwork in 78 cards. I love it. I really do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly pick a card from each of these piles and read from the guidebook. So let's just randomly pick one from here, and we have Strength, which is 11 in this deck. Strength. So this card represents energy, power, courage, defense of just causes, overcoming of your own weakness, which is what's happening here. This figure is overcoming their own weakness in a pretty violent way. Let's take one from the Wand suit, and we'll go with the 10. 10 of Wands. Okay. This suit wants to represent different resources of human beings stimulated by need and realised with creativity. So, the combination. The maid of the card is clearly oppressed by uncertainties that prevent her from having peace and rest. Okay, I would normally assign that to the Nine of Swords, that message. So this is clearly going its own way. Let's have a look at a cup. Here we have this nostalgia card, Six of Cups. The little twins are the symbol of simple things, of pleasant souvenirs, and consequently of the relief generated by these little things. So you wouldn't really get that from looking at the card, would you? I don't think so. Okay, let's have a look at this King of Swords, seeing as he wants to be admired. Clearly. Okay. The Sovereign of Swords represents authority, the established power, but also legal difficulties and perversion. Yeah, it's not. There's no way this is ever going to be a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So, let's have a look at the Queen of Pentacles. Actually, let's have a look at... We've been sixes, haven't we? Three of Pentacles, which is usually about teamwork. Okay. Three of Pentacles. So the suit represents the sphere of manual labour, of work and of material business. 3. The image of the sitting woman reminds of famous and powerful persons ready to give their support. Already. So yeah, clearly it's a different sort of system than the Rider-Waite-Smith, and I've said that about 10 times, I think, so I think I've established that. But nevertheless, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. For the art style, if nothing else, I'm glad I bought it. And I'll see how I get on with it, because it is completely different. So it's going to be, it's going to read different, and it will challenge me really to get out of the habit of Rider-Waite-Smith. Anyway, have you got this deck? Have you seen this deck? What do you think of it? Do you think it's worth it? Worth investing the money and time into it? In fact, it wasn't very expensive. But yeah, if you've got this deck, I'd love to know how you've gotten on with it. Anyway, that's my little look at it. So thank you for watching, and until the next time, thank you guys, and have a great day.